Hello, welcome back to Sabi Market Channel for all of our first time viewers and for our returning viewers. Welcome again. Welcome again to Sabi Market Channel. It's always a delight to have you here. Thank you for subscribing to the channel, and if you are yet to subscribe, please kindly hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell, and then you can continue with this video. And in the course of the video, if you like what you hear and what you see, please kindly hit the like button. And if there's anything you'd like to share, any questions you'd like to ask, please just drop it in the comment section. I would like to know what you think. You can just share your experience, maybe with the company, maybe with cash flow, or whatever it is. So I think I already gave a hint, and as you already see on your screen, today we are covering the cash flow analysis for Lafarge Africa. So my last two videos were actually on Lafarge Africa. I firstly reviewed their net profit, and afterwards I reviewed their revenue trend. I did a revenue trend analysis for that company, and you might want to look that up. There was a whole lot of information that was unveiled, and because of that we saw some discrepancy with the with what the net profit chart was revealing as against what the revenue trend analysis charts was reviewing. So we analyzed, we displayed the revenue trend on the line charts, and we saw how the trend has been in the last 10 years. But for this video, we are just looking at the cash flows for the year 2023. So for the overview, I won't be doing an overview for Lafarge Africa Plc in this video, because just to save time, and considering the fact that I've done an overview in the first video that I did on Lafarge Africa's PLC net profit analysis. So if you want to know a little bit more about them, you can just look up that video and just get a glimpse of what's their overview, their founding dates and all of that. So so this video is focused on their cash flows analysis for the year 2023. So that's the period that this video is covering. So and basically the cash flow analysis is just looking at what's how the cash flows into the company and how it goes out. So we just look at, as the name implies, cash flows. How does it go in? How does it come? How does it go out? How does it come in? So that's basically it. So we have for this video, we are seeing there are three main categories, but then there are other additions which are just kind of the totals, but then there are actually just three main categories for the cash flow. So we have the operating cash flows, we have the investing cash flows, and then we have the financing cash flows. So we have another thing called net change in cash, and this net change in cash is just talking about the effects of, is accounting for the effect of the fluctuation in the currency over the period. And then we see here in the first bar in gray is the starting cash for the year 2023. So in the beginning of 2023, they started with the cash at hand was 116.7 billion naira, and then we see here the last bar in gray was 165.8 billion naira. So it should be noted that these values are in thousands. So this is 165.8 billion naira. So this is the ending cash. This was the ending cash for 2023. So before we just start looking at numbers, I just want to give a little info on this. So what's the addition of all this, the addition of the operating cash flow, investing cash flow, the financing cash flows, and the net change in cash. So when we add all of this together, right, we get a particular value for that year. Now, if you subtract the starting cash from the ending cash, you get that same value. So if you subtract the it's just a simple arithmetic. If you subtract the starting cash from the ending cash, you get the summation of all of these bars that are here. You get the summation of the operating cash flow, investing cash flow, financing cash flow, and the net change in cash. So that's just a brief insight there. So for year 2023, we see that Lafarge Africa had an operating cash flow of 150.8 billion. So this operating cash flow is basically covering the operations, the money they made from selling of their product. We know that Lafarge Africa is a product-based company, so we understand that they sell cement. That's their major products. So they sell cement basically. Now, from their operations, which says of their products, what came in. So this is not actually revenue. So these are kind of not specifically revenue, because we cannot categorize this as just revenue because it's quite different. So then we can say, the cash that came in, cash that they generated from their sales and all of that is 150.8 billion naira. And we see here that's in okay, I will just cover that later. I wanted to talk about their competitor, because in this in the industry, okay, so some in my last video, some viewers, some of you were like, some of you were saying something about competitor or something. So one of the major competitor of Lafarge Africa is one of the major competitors are, I'll just mention two. So Dangote is a big competitor in the industry, and BUA is also a big competitor in the industry. So I just wanted to mention that. So so that's based on the fact that they are also large producers of cement, and they cover several regions in the country. So let's just move to the investing cash flow. So the investing cash flow, we can see that it's showing a negative value, which is minus 36.8 billion. So now, I sometimes mentioned in one of my videos where I did a cash flow for a particular company, I can't really recall, or I've done cash flow analysis for several organizations. So I mentioned that when a company's financial record is showing negative, it's actually something indicates that indicates danger and calls for attention. But when it comes to investing cash flow, this investing cash flow is actually talking about the cash what they have actually invested. So this is an investment. So it's not that they've actually lost this money. It's just that it has gone out into investment. So what went out into investment in the year 2023 was 36.8. So this is just so, and this is a very good place to look. It also indicates to some extent, to a large extent, the operational efficiency of the company. So investors, this is somewhere that investors also like to look, like what are you doing with your cash? How is your cash flowing in? How is it going? Where are you putting your cash? How much are you putting there? So what did you start with? What did you end your year with? So they can actually just compare this year over year now and see how the operations over the years have been like, and all of that. So this is the cash. I want to just use the term, this is the cash that flowed into investments for the year 2020, which is 36.8 billion. Now we then move to the financing cash flow. So this financing cash flow, I think this is one of the few times that I've seen it also reflecting a negative number. So this is showing 65.6 billion, and that's also negative. So I kind of want to make a little findings why a financing cash flow can show negative. So this actually indicates that a company is using more cash for financing activities than it is generating from those activities. So it's putting in more than it's coming out, those certain activities that the money is going into. So, and some of them can be, some of financing activity could be issuing or repaying debt. So issuing or repurchasing equity, you understand. So also paying dividends. So for instance, people have actually invested in the company or probably bought their shares in the previous year. Now this money could have gone out into paying dividends to shareholders and all of that. So it actually reflects here. So this is reflecting that money has gone out, and in terms of financing. So the factor that could affect this is that they have paid dividends to investors, or they have repaid their debts. So interest rate that has gone up could also significantly affect this value. And then for the net change in cash, like I said before, it's just reflecting the fluctuation that has taken place in the currency. And then this starting cash and the ending cash is just what they began the year with, as at January 2023, and what they ended the year with as at the ending cash as at 2023. So that's basically all for the Lafarge Africa Plc. If there's any question that you have, any opinion that you have, I would like to know what you think. If there's any insights you'd like to add to this, I would really appreciate that, and I'll respond to your comment as soon as possible. Thank you once again to all of our viewers. We really appreciate your time. Thank you for watching this video to the end. If you are yet to subscribe, please kindly subscribe. It encourages us to do more, because we cannot make these videos for ourselves. We are making them for you, to inform your decisions and to inform both your business decisions and your investment decisions. Thank you so much. So if you're running a business, please kindly take this cash flow seriously. It actually gives you credit worthiness and all of that. If your finance is properly handled, this is where your investors want to look at, and then you can become if it's properly, so it informs investors' interest in investing in your company. And once everything is in place and is well recorded and packaged, and then everything is well done, you can actually gain credit worthiness. And then, but then if there's too much negative, and you see this can reflect improper cash management, and then it can also cause you to lose credit worthiness. So that'll be all for this video. Once again, I thank you, and then until I see you in my next video. So in the next video, I'll probably be checking out on the debt to equity ratio for this company. I'll see how much of it is being funded by debt and how much of it is being funded by equity. All right, bye bye.